Hello, Red Brick Productions here with another LEGO review. Today I have a hidden side set called a Fuego Stunt Truck. The set number is 70421. It has 428 pieces, and without further ado, let's take a look at these minifigures. So the first minifigure we're going to take a look at is Jack. You can't really see him because one of his accessories, which is a selfie stick, is covering his face. So if I remove that, it just shows one of the more common figures of Jack, like his pants are the same, the phone design is the same with the hoodie hat. While those are all great pieces, they're meh. Like, you get them a lot in most of the hidden side sets. So, that's great. But he does have a nice face print, where he has like a little smile on his face, and his alternate face is the complete opposite, where he looks terrified. So yeah, I don't have much else to say about the Jack figure other than I do like the build of the selfie stick. If you can see, that looks pretty good. So yeah, now let's move on to the other figures. So here's the next good guy minifigure, I would say. And if he looks familiar, he's actually Mr. Elton, from the janitor from the high school and the lab set. So that's really cool to see him in this set. But he is now dressed up as El Fuego, which is his stunt name. That's pretty cool. So I guess he went from janitor to stuntman, or maybe being a stunt driver is his hobby. There's not really any back torso printing, as you can see. And the helmet design is a print, and it has like a target on it. That's pretty cool. His face print is him really smiling right there, and his torso and leg printing looks really good. The cape is the newer style cape, which is nice, and his alternate face is just like Jack's alternate face, where he looks terrified. So that's really it for El Fuego, or Mr. Elton, whatever you want to call him. So one of the first bad guy figures I would say I want to take a look at is Duane. This is a member of the Hairs of Havoc, and it looks really good. He has a new leg and torso print for this set, which is really nice. And on the back it says Hairs of Havoc, and that's a really cool design for that. The helmet piece is nice, and he does have an angry face there. And then his alternate face is him looking pretty scared. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I really like this figure, and that's not all for Duane though. Here is Duane when he gets ghoulified. So the other version of Duane that I showed you is just a normal Duane, and now he has a crazy spring green beard with a crazy face, and the face print is pretty common in all the other hidden side sets. I'm just going to turn it around so you can see it without the beard in its way. There you go. And the back of his head is actually like some flames, so that's pretty cool. And there's no alternate face for the ghoulified version of him, and it looks really good with the spring green beard and all. So yeah, now let's take a look at the other member of the Hairs of Havoc. So for the other member of the Hairs of Havoc, you have Joey. That is the same leg printing, well, the same leg piece as what Duane had, but her torso is different. But it also has on the back the Hairs of Havoc logo. The only thing that is different about this figure from the rest is she doesn't have an alternate face. That's her only face right there. And we're not done with Joey yet either. You thought I was done with Joey? No, she actually comes with a ghoulified version of herself. So she has a spring green, sort of realistic revolver, which every first wave hidden side set comes with one of these spring green pieces. And it unlocks like a gloom, I'm pretty sure, in the app, of course. She has a red crowbar, which is pretty common in the LEGO world. She has these wings, which only come to school, and if it's, maybe it's just me, but in the wings, the tears kind of look like Ghostface. So that's pretty cool. She has no alternate face for the ghoulified head, but there are some flames. She has the sort of common female ghoulified face right there, and overall it looks really cool with the wings and all. Last but not least, we have Spencer. He comes in all the first wave sets except for the train, so yeah, it looks pretty good. With the white that turns into clear, dual molded, he looks really good. But now let's take a look at some of those builds. So here's the side build of this set, or I should say side vehicle. It is a motorcycle for the members of the Hairs of Havoc. And this looks really good. It is minifigure scaled compared to other Lego motorcycles, which is really nice because Lego does do some really oversized motorcycles and it's constant, and that can be really annoying. So getting an actual, like, sort of minifigure scaled motorcycle is really awesome. And actually, you can fit the Hairs of Havoc with the wings on, because the nice thing is about the wings is that when you put them on, there's enough clearance for the chair for the wings to be able to sit, so they can actually sit on this bike, as well as Duane in the front. And overall, this is a really good looking motorcycle with all the detail in the front as well. Like, this detailing here and here, it just looks really good. And there are 3 stickers, but the stickers in the set aren't a pain to put on. They're not like terrible stickers to put on. But yeah, it looks really good, and I really like the motorcycle. So now let's take a look at the truck. So here's the actual El Fuego stunt truck, and as you can see on the sides, it has stickers that say El Fuego with his helmet design and just his sort of costume design along with it. Now this is a really big build actually. When I first saw pictures revealed, I didn't think it was going to be too big, but here's a minifigure just to show you the scale of it. Like, this is a really big Lego, and the main feature of this is the suspension. And the cool thing about this is that Lego gives you the option of suspension. Right now I do not have suspension on, but if you watch this in the back, I'm just gonna flick this down and just watch. Okay, so there's how you unlock the suspension. So what happens is that this just gets hooked onto that axle, and when you pull it off, it releases, and now the truck has a more intimidating look, and it looks really cool without the suspension on. Well, with the suspension unlocked is what I should be saying. It looks cool with the suspension unlocked. They do have some nice little like tail lights there. Those are pretty cool. And as you can see, this is a de-ghoster, I would say. You got this cannon here, which that cannon is, let's just say we have Duane as a ghost and he's walking towards him. They could ghost blast him and boom, he would turn back into normal. So that's what all of this stuff back here is in the trunk. And they also have a tiny little cannon, which if you had like a figure sitting down here, they can pull down this little paintbrush right there and it would shoot out a tiny little blaster, which I thought that was kind of cool. They also have a shovel here. I don't know why they have a shovel, but I guess it's nice inclusion. I don't know. They didn't need it. But here is what interacts with the app. It's those 4 colors that are in every single Hidden Side set so far, except for like maybe the poly bags and the gift with purchases and stuff. But basically you're supposed to be able to spin it here, but that doesn't work. If you want it to spin it there, you just lift these up one, but then it's like super fast, and if you were on the black, you can still see the blue and the coral color. So that keeps breaking, which is kind of a problem. But if you do that, it covers up the colors a little bit more, even though if this had a piece, it would cover it up more. And then you can just turn it with the gears. I do want to say it is kind of annoying because if I were to put this in like a city setting, like if I had a Lego city and I just wanted to put this in the city, it would be a little bit hard because there is all this ghost stuff. Now you can take off some of it, like you can take off this cannon and it makes it look a little bit more normal. But this is all integrated into the build, and it would be kind of a pain to undo all this just to put it in a city setting. So yeah, that is kind of a disappointment, I would say. I wish you could remove this easier, like just pop it off, and then you could have this as a truck. But that's fine. The front looks really cool. I really like the design of that. And, oh, that was all popping off. Weird. Inside the actual truck, you have space for 2 minifigures like El Fuego and Jack. They can both sit in there, and they do have some detail. As you can see, you got like a steering wheel, a little dial, and then they got like a tiny little sticker in the center console and a slope. and I think that's like a, oh, I forget the name of it right now, but it's nice that it has a lot of detail, and that they didn't need it, of course, but it really brings the setup to another level of detail, and that's so awesome. So overall, I really like this stunt truck. It looks really cool. My only complaints would be that you can't really remove all of this off and plop it into a city if you want to. So that would be my only complaint. Other than that, this is a really nice, like, big build, and it really looks good in person. So yeah, now let's move on to the packaging and then my final verdict. So here is the box. This is a really big box, and it's kind of hard to show on my camera, the full box, but it just shows some artwork here. I really love the hidden side artwork. And then once I turn it around, it shows the set without all the cartoony artwork, and it just shows what the set is, and then just some of the special features and the app and all. So yeah, now let's show you the instructions. The instructions, of course, it tells you how to build it, and then when you get to the end, when you get to the end, right here, it shows this truck all built up. Shows a little ad for the app to show that you can play with this set with the app. Then it has an ad for actually all the hidden side sets of the first wave, which is pretty cool. So yeah, and then the piece count. Again, more piece count, and the win. So that's it for the instructions. So for my final verdict, I like this set. I do have to admit, when the hidden side sets were first revealed, I did forget about this set, and when I saw it, I'm like, oh yeah, there's this hidden side set, I should probably get this. And I wasn't expecting much. I was expecting like a meh set, but this definitely exceeds my expectations. You get a really cool looking truck here, as well as a lot of detail in it. Like, inside the truck is super detailed, and I was not expecting that. That really exceeds my expectations. As well as the option to have suspension or not. That's really cool. And the cannon looks really cool as well, and I like getting the exclusive El Fuego figure. That's really nice. And also the exclusive Hairs of Havoc figures. Those are also really cool. And getting those wing pieces in such a cheap set compared to the school, which is the only other set that it comes in, that's really nice. And overall, this looks really great. As well as the motorcycle, I do want to mention, this is definitely minifigure scaled, or closer to minifigure scale than other LEGO motorcycles. So that's definitely a plus of this set. And there's just a lot of things that go into this set. My only complaint is that you can't really take off all of the cannons and stuff. But that's not really a complaint. That's just something that I wish there was in it. So yeah, if I were to give this like a grade, I would say an A. This is a really good set, and if you like what you see, like if you like the look of this truck, if you like the figures, if you like the motorcycle, yeah, I would definitely recommend this to you. But that's really it for this review. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'd like to hear your thoughts about this set in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Bye.